Good morning. If I can actually, a little better. I'm going to be doing some, not airbrushing, but airbrush cleaning, since I actually did get up this morning to airbrush. In fact, give me a second here. I might even rotate my laptop a little bit. I think we will. Let's see if we can actually do this without blowing anything up. Like having the laptop take a shitter. Hey, Nick. Good morning. How are you? Are we painting live? We are not. I painted this morning. So got up this morning, got to go to the bathroom. I'm like, all right, it's about 4:30. I'll get up. I'll get started a little early. Only to realize that we never set our clocks. So 3:30. See you later. Later, Nick. So 3:30, I'm like, oh, fuck this. So I slept until 4:30. It's not a changeover in time. Got up and started airbrushing. All I'm doing now is just literally cleaning up the airbrush. Let's see you later. By the way, I'm hoping everybody can at least hear what I'm saying, because obviously I got the fan going. Yeah, I got to grow it because I checked my watch and not my phone. Yeah, my alarm was obviously set to what was there before. And when I came downstairs, I'm like, all right, it's like, what the fuck is this? Like, oh shit, I forgot about that. So anyway, it's a good problem. I actually feel rested, and I did get some painting done. The only unfortunate thing is I will not have an opportunity to mask this morning. So I'm literally done with what I can do this morning. It is going to be a short show because I got to get ready for going to see my daughter. So that's why my background noise isn't too much. Okay, it won't be very long. So I'm just going to come in here and do some cleaning. And a hard time seeing because I'll bring my chair up. Sorry, guys. Happy DS. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Chris, good morning. How are you? Guys, I just raised my chair a little bit so I can see what the hell I'm doing here. So I'll show you guys what I got. All I'm doing right now is literally just cleaning up cleaning this area up. Getting the airbrush all good. Looking good. Just getting the needle cleaned up. I'm awake, but that's about it. Yeah. All right. We're almost done here anyway. I'll show you the work that's been done so far. I'm gonna tell you, this is we got 3 airbrushes currently in operation, and this is certainly my favorite one. This is the Iwata HPCS. Just really enjoy this one. Do that. Oops. I forgot to clean the spoon. Hey, Tony, good morning. Joe, what's going on, brother? I stayed up to watch the clocks magically go backwards. On purpose? That's kind of a crazy thing to do, but hey, everybody's got their deal. Okay. Airbrush is clean. Let's disconnect the hose. Just making sure I got everybody. Hey, everybody's saying hello. That's great. Inside. There we go. All right. Painting is done. There we go. Seems to prefer airbrush these days. I think it vacillates. Is that a laundry hamper turned into a paint? It is a plastic bin. I'll show you actually what it is real quickly, if I can. Actually, I'm not gonna be able to. I got too many things attached. It's a plastic bin with a. You can actually see the hole at the bottom there. I do a downdraft. So instead of having the air being pulled out through the back, I have it coming down through the bottom. But it's just a plastic tub with a light over it. It works. I'd like to get better lighting for it, but other than that, it's perfectly fine. My younger daughter and I built this whole platform years ago when my wife was in the hospital, and it's like, I got to do something. And I needed an air booth, paint booth. All right, sorry, guys. So you got the orange or black down? Orange. I'll show you in just a second. I got extraction fan. I'll be sending your way. An extraction fan? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I would do with it, but I appreciate it, Joe. Thank you. It's a total. I made my first paint booth like that. So also I have a fancy robot waterfall booth. Yeah. And the obligatory Badger paint mixer on the side. I got 2. This one's the obligatory Badger, which I also ground down the top so it could fit inside of a Vallejo bottle. That was before I started using lacquers. And this one, I don't even know who the hell's this is. This one came from the Kirk collection, and this is the one I use most of the time. Unfortunately, it took a tumble, so you can actually see sometimes it kind of wobbles a little bit, but it works. The airbrushes. So I've got my HPCS, my Neo with a 0.5 needle. I modified it so it has a 0.5 needle. And this is the GSI Krios PS267 0.2. And again, of all of those, the HPCS is by far my favorite to use. Fascinating. I got the Vivor Air Booth. Good, very compact. Yeah, I keep hearing good things about them, and maybe one of these days I'll pick one up just to try it out. Hey, George. Now remember what I wanted to tell you. What did you want to tell me, Chris? I have a Yes Studio waterfall booth myself. Nice. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the waterfall things. I just think that it's too much mechanical stuff. I sprung for the Robot Kai booth last year. It's almost paid off. Not almost. Yeah. Hey, everybody's got their deal. One of the things I'm not a fan of, because I play in technology on a daily basis, the simpler, the better. The The waterfall booths, I think, create some benefit. Obviously, the particulates are going into a very hard collecting substance, which is cool. However, the mechanics behind it, too prone to fail. This thing, if this motor fails, it's a quick trip down to the hardware store, picking up a $30 fan, popping it in, and we're ready to go again. In fact, it's almost that time right now because this thing feels like it's not sucking nearly as well. I have no filter. It's literally just pulling it straight up. All right, let's see what we got. I saw an Ammo of Mig YouTube video where he is selling all of Rinaldi's books from his warehouse in Spain. Great. And the only thing I asked is just, where's my copy? My copies. I've got 2 things on order. Lovely. Figure the waterfall paint booths while other people complain about humidity and can't paint because it's too high. Isn't it? I never even thought about that from a humidity perspective. Interesting, Nick. I have 2 payments left and it will be mine. Sorry. It also looks nice for YouTube videos. Cool. Nothing like toxic water disposal. Yeah, that's one of the things I'm not a big fan of. I mean, I've already got, harsh chemicals. I mean, generally all that the particulates are going up and out, which is bad enough. But this is like this jar I've had for years. You can actually see all the sediment that's settled down there. But this is my jar after I kind of, clean out the airbrush, just dump in there, then blow out the rest of it. But again, whatever works for you. Your copy is in Espanol. Hey, I'll take it. At this point, I'll take anything from Mike Rinaldi. That was my entire justification for buying it, George. Nice. Hey, no one has to justify, tool expenses. I mean, here's the thing. If something works for you, like we're talking about Mission paints yesterday, Mission model paints, I'm not a big fan of them. I just don't like the complexity of how they work. But for a lot of people, if it's like, I know how to do this, the mixtures, I like the colors that they have, the way it lays down, all of it, hey, have at it. It's a personal choice. If 90% of all waterfall boost fails, it is a quick trip to the local pet store to buy a new aquarium pump, but they do not use proper proprietary technology. That's good. Cool. Yeah, the only the thing I did get a couple days ago, I did get a new respirator. The reason is, and I first of all, I wanted it because I needed the new filters. So I figured at that point, just get the whole entire enchilada. My previous one, all of the straps had stretched. I now do know that they are available aftermarket, so I can pick up straps if I need to. In fact, my old one, I might just repurpose for that. I'm a big fan of having, I believe in redundancy. So having not just one, but 2 things, because you never know if one thing fails, you're ready for the second one. That is 100% must have. So it's okay to replace your mask. Yeah. In fact, I haven't been using one in the last couple of years. I'm going to say I'm stupid about it, but yeah, I haven't. All right, let's see. That's what I'm getting used to and using acrylics more and more. So my house doesn't stink to high heaven. Yeah. The good thing is the extraction usually removes enough stuff. It's not about stinking up the house as much from my perspective. Nobody comes down here really to the basement level. It's primarily a George thing, unless we're doing laundry. But just again, trying to protect myself a little bit more. So new respirator. And while we're at that, so let's see what we got. First bit of required kit for airbrushing. No amount of fancy boost removes. Then you protect yourself, especially when working with organic chemicals. Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And unfortunately, I've been a moron about it. The other thing I'm going to try to get from my desk is I'm going to try to get an extractor, Joe was talking about one, but I'm going to get like a tabletop one. I'm going to put it on my Christmas list and pick one of those up, I hope. That way, like for things like resin dust or just sanding dust or whatever, everything just gets collected. Shall you put on that? I don't use my list. Also, George, at least you are not on. Yeah, but it's not smart, is it, Tony? Nah, we got to be smarter than that. Even with acrylics, I use spray booth with fan, and I have other fans in the room, and I do wear a mask. Yeah. Well, again, as it's not just the VOCs, but it's also you're putting particulates into the air, and whether it's acrylic or whether it is a toxic chemical, it's going into your lungs. Not at all smart. Yeah. Well, I hope I can ship it for Christmas for you. Joe, don't kill yourself, brother. I appreciate it, but don't go out of your way. All right, so real quickly. Second color, lay down. So orange was the next color to be laid down. The last one is going to be black. And trying to find blue tack yesterday was a chore. I paint in a closet to keep the smell down in the house. I have it vented to the attic, so it goes up and out the roof vents. Nice. Are you? And Nick, question: do you have active roof vents? Like do you have like any kind of like a circulating fan or anything like that? More curious than anything. So let's go into your lungs. Whether it is lacquer or acrylic, it is all bad for you. Exactly. I have a cyclone extractor over my working desk, a waterfall with air quality measuring instrument. Wow. I still wear my big 3M. Yeah. I having recently listened to an episode about people, the protecting yourselves with stuff like that. It's kind of important. Like how I got in my way for you bastards. No, I love you guys, but literally found this left behind tools. Nice. Hey, speaking of, so yesterday was an interesting day. My wife came down. She was not feeling well when she got here, and needed to get an oil change. Fine. I took her car to get an oil change. It was a 2-hour experience because I went to Valvoline, pretty busy. Got to go through the line again to get the tires rotated. Fine. But it gave me an opportunity to just check some websites, and I went to AliExpress. AliExpress is now selling a Mazda, the same company that makes that boring tool, that boring alignment tool. They now make a needle, an airbrush needle grinding tool, sharpening tool. Okay, let's see. I should know better since I did so. Asbestos removal, but I do stupid things sometimes. Don't we all? Yeah. You can't beat yourself up for it because we all do. But anyway, there we go. There'll be touch-up stuff here and there. That's fine. But overall, the orange is laid down. The orange is a custom mix of these two. Mr. Color Orange, Mr. Color Flesh. And I don't know what the ratio was. I just kind of, I basically just put the paints into the cup in my airbrush. I always put in the thinner first, put the orange in. Then I started thinning it out with, or changing it with the flesh. And a little too light, put more orange in. Got the color that I wanted. This was my test plate. The top one was the one that I used with also some white. The bottom one is just the two versions of the two little dots are the two different colors that I went with. The first one, the larger one, was I think a little lighter, and the second one was a little darker. But that's the color for it. Under the thigh flaps. No, I'm keeping those black. I actually like that they're going to be that dark color. In fact, those are going to get hit with a lot of like weathering oils and shit like that, Nick. Nice. Thank you, Joe. The orange is a nice color. I like that color. That color has given me calico feel. I've looked at a lot of photos. Maybe it's a little more pungent, a little bit more punchy, but I like the way it came out. I like it. Let's see. Sorry about this. Let's see. Our soffit are vented and the roof peaks are vented, so it creates draft. Yeah, nice. Okay. Oh, good. I heard she didn't feel well. I took her to get the oil change at first. Yeah, nice. Yeah, that would have been bad. Now she stayed at home and kind of rested, and I just took her car to go in. But anyway, so AliExpress now has, and it's about $20, so it's not a big, bank buster. Come masking putty. I use Mig's camo masking putty I picked up from Spray Gun in Florida. I will not be removing the masking, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to just now lay down the black. I'm going to lay down black on top of that. Mask on top of mask. Hey, Tom, good morning. What's going on, brother? Tommy boy. So that it will not be coming off until the very end. Let me put this back. That's the sort of the cockpit cover. And one of the arms. Some of the pre-shading is still coming through, which I'm happy about. You can do the same with Mig's putty. What's that? Meaning that you can use it for masking? Yeah. So can I ask a question, Chris? How much is Mig's putty? Because, I mean, this 2-ounce pack of this Fun Tack is, and this stuff goes a long way, though not on this model. I mean, this stuff was like $2.50 a pack. So I bought 2 packs, $5, plus the other one I've had for years. So, Mason, what's going on, brother? Been a short while. The orange almost gives me roasted curry powder vibes. Yeah, a little bit. I dig that. The same thing with silly pity. You can. The only problem with silly putty, and I mentioned this yesterday, silly putty, especially if you have it sitting for a few days, and this is going to take a few days to get to, starts to deform. It starts to ooze. And the funny thing about it is, yesterday I was thinking, I have not heard from Ken in a long time, and I was about to reach out to you today and just say, hey, Ken, hope all is well. What's going on, brother? It has been way too fucking long. I hope all is well. That is the best autocorrect ever. I love it too. Silly pity. Anyway, just so everybody sees. So the thought is all of the, basically from sort of the wrist down or the ankle down, it's all going to be white. Kind of like looking at all the photos, the palm, the paws, all are white. So that's kind of what I'm going for. Corey's getting chili tough typing gloves. Nice. Anyway, happy Sunday to everybody. I'm going to be on until I guess it's 7:30 or 6:30. I'm going to be on till, I don't know. There's nothing I can do at the bench today. I'm just kind of done. I painted this morning because of the clock change. That's so funny. Corner is chilly. Anyway, like that. Here are the legs. The legs, which are like big time covered in blue tack. You can see all of the areas. Again, all the lower halves are all going to just stay in that white color. I changed my clocks back and I got stuck here. Thanks for catching up. Nice. Nothing you can do. Did you run out of new kits to snap up? Oh, no. I got plenty of that. I could start or continue on something. But actually working on something now, I think is going to be probably not going to happen. Anyway, I'm happy with the way this is coming out. How's it going to look? We're going to know in a few days. I don't know. Let's see. The dog got me up an hour early, so I guess it's going to be 4 a.m. Exactly. That reminds me, I need to buy another remote for my Bose. Time to change the clock. No highs, no lows. Must be Bose. I just can't stop staring at the Wilson ball. It's looking back at you, too. Get that on the coffee warmer. Back. How's that? It's even better. Now it's even looking at you more. There's a time change, so he's already up. It's only 5:30. Wow. Anyway, so all the way down. Less. So whereas on the torso, there's going to be a lot more white coming through. On the legs, the arms, there's going to be, until you get to the extremes, the paws, the feet and the hands. There's going to be a lot more orange and black, whereas on the torso, there will be sort of like a good mix of black, white, and orange. I got it for free. Well, I can't complain about that. I think at this point, it's just a clock. Yeah, I hear you on that. I feel that 100%, Nick. Only difference is my baby has 4 legs and fur. Nice. So if you can reuse it over and over, yeah, the McPutty. Yeah, not paying that much. No, I can. This stuff can get reused. I've reused. I mean, you guys have probably seen it. The ball of putty that I've had here, blue tack. That stuff's been. I've had that for years, and I've used it for masking and doing other things. It's collected dust. Oh yeah. $17.50 for 1 pack? Yeah, no. Of course, hobby specific product is going to be more expensive, but I have used blue tack and I like the McPutty. Yep. Hey, to each his own. Exactly. Whatever works. For me, yeah, this has worked out splendiferously. Anything else? I think that's kind of it on that front. The hands have not been painted. The hands are going to be, well, I guess I could try doing the hands a little bit. I can certainly, the hands are kind of ready to go. The only thing they need is they need just the pink on the palm and the fingertips, and that's it. Let's see. Don't badmouth Bose. They sent me to London and Munich for free. Well, congratulations. I think that's great. I'm glad that they did that. That's a terrific thing to do. Their quality of sound still sucks, but okay, that's good. That's my personal opinion. All right, let's do some cleanup first. So the last color that's going to be going down is not flat black. It's going to be German gray. Though I did. What do we got up here? No. That's a flat black. I've used this before, the Schwarzgrau. The AK Schwarzgrau. I just like saying that. But I think the German gray is a little lighter, which is what we're going to go with. So far, 5 base paints. Let me just compliment you on the t-shirt. I still claim the computer game Armageddon was a rip-off of that. I have no idea what the computer game Armageddon is, but yeah, fun film. My sister got me this shirt 30 years ago. Lisa worked there for 8 years and sent her on trips. If they sent you the country, they pay us to go for free. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Would I work for Bose? Oh, hell yeah. But would I own a Bose audio system in my house? Not so much. No, it's not solid in packages. It comes 80 grams in a metal tin. It is reusable and more easier to get off. Yeah. Well, yeah, and that might be true. This stuff is definitely tacky, except when you don't want it to be. I don't see how that makes their speakers good. No NATO black. Too dark. I think this is going to be the German gray is a lighter color than the NATO black. And I don't want it to be, because the other thing is we're going to be putting on weathering, and I don't want the contrast to not be there. If I hit something with like a panel line fluid or something like that, I want there to be something that pops. Should use that super black, the ones that's the blackest of blacks. Yeah, but then it wouldn't look like a calico kitty. Sorry, Carmageddon. Darn autocorrect. Carmageddon. I gotta tell you, that's a cool name. Oh, it's true. I know audiophiles hate the speakers, but I can't tell a difference, so it works for me. So years ago, I used to tell my dad, who used to say the same thing. He used to say, I can't tell the difference. And I said, Dad, I could put a $100 system in front of you, $1,000 system in front of you, a $10,000 system in front of you, a $100,000, $1 million system. You could probably tell the difference. Then I'd have you go to the live concert, and each time you can tell a difference. Yeah. People can tell the difference. It's a matter of whether or not it's important enough to them. I've got hearing loss, and I can still tell the difference in some systems in terms of just like, there's something right with that one and something not right with the other one. I know audiophiles hate the speakers, but I can't tell the difference, so it works for me. Hey, but at the end, whatever makes you happy. Ultimately, that's what it is. Hey, I got a Sonos speakers in my house. They work. I got some cheap, what are these things? I even forget what these things are. Monitor audios or something like that. I picked up off a job, and they're just background music here. They work. Driven off a Sonos amplifier, perfectly fine for this application. Black 4.0 makes you lose too much detail. Yeah, that's what I don't want to do. I don't want to lose detail on this. I know I can't tell the difference much. I bet you can. I really bet you can. It's more a matter of, do you care? Oh, my Bose Quiet Comfort 35 angles. The ANC is the only reason I survived the 15-hour flights between the. Yeah, I hear on that. Right when they pick it up and shine a massive light, they shine a light on it. I can't see anything. It's a void. All right, let me see if I've got. Well, I definitely have some pink. Got a lot of pink. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Pink and pink. Warlord. Oh, this is Warlord Purple. First of all, this will sound pretty good. I remember putting all that stuff back. I may just hand brush a little bit today, get that done. I think we're going to use the Squid Pink. Mixer by U-Star. I've got an Iowa 3-disc CD chain. Wow. Wow. Again, if it's between 100 and 1,000, but anything above that, I can't really. We'll test that theory someday, Tom. I'd love to. Just paint the entire thing in that goth super black, no shadows, no mist details exactly. Iowa sounds very familiar. I'm not even sure if they're still around. Might be actually killing the battery on this thing. It has been sitting around for a little while. Yeah, time to charge. Let's juice this fool. I've not bought sound equipment in many years. I haven't either because I haven't needed to. I mean, I'm happy with the system that I have, and a lot of the stuff I've been getting has been literally decommissioned stuff from clients' houses. I mean, I just picked up a client, like said, just get rid of them. $2,000 pair of bookshelf speakers from a company called Totem, which I've always been impressed with the quality of their stuff. But I'm gonna likely give those to my daughter and have set up a little, well, maybe not a little, a high quality system for her. I have a TV. It makes sound. Nice. I know as my dad was an audiophile, he had $4,000 speakers and they sounded good. He traded up to $10,000 and I honestly couldn't tell the difference. Could be. The Steel cassette record radio. That was in Iowa, but that was maybe 35 years ago. Yeah. I remember selling a bunch of those when I worked at Tweeter almost 30 years ago. There we go. I'm going to leave this under here so it can juice itself. Charge. Okay. We'll see how this stuff comes out. I'm seeing a lot of interesting colors at the top there. So hopefully Ken is still here. Ken, hope all is well, brother. It's been a while. There we go. I bought some Logitech speakers for my PC a few years ago. Do those count? I would say so. I'm a big believer in life has a soundtrack. Scheisse. I don't know fucking clue what that is anymore. Oh, I know what that is. That's also a custom color that I had. I gotta That's my custom orange. I'm going to start labeling these things so I remember what the hell they are. Let's put that flat black. I got to put some paints away. Too much stuff here just kind of hanging out doing nothing. I thought I had a thinner. You know what? Forgot I picked this stuff up a few years back. Slow dryer fluor additive. Used for advanced color blending. Oh, interesting. Okay. Let's see. At one point as a teen, everyone should juice themselves hard. Juice themselves hard. Still here. Nice. Hope all is well, Ken. It's been a while. Missed you. I'm glad you were able to pop back in. Hopefully, life is not kicking you in the nuts too hard. A little, but not too hard. Okay. I just listen to music on my earbuds or PC. Yeah. Yeah, I prefer a little bit more of a spacious sound. I also don't like having things. I've got a nice set of Sony cans, but I prefer to just have like speakers cranking music out around me, if possible. Okay. We are just going to color this one palm area, and that's it. And I'm going to put on my glasses because I can't see shit. This paint is already pre-thinned. This is the Game Air stuff. Let's see how it goes down. It's going down perfectly. Let's see. Good morning and welcome to Basement Archaeology with George. Exactly. Basement Archaeology. There we go. That's all it is. I'm gonna let it dry, and then I'm gonna put on some more, and then I'll probably end up doing a little bit of a I don't know, maybe we'll try a little modulation or something like that. I mean, to not disturb others, but speakers are the sweet spot. Yep. I'm looking at my neighbors. Do not complain when I have music up loud, so my parents are beside me and can't hear good. This is empty. Nice. I think you only used 2 rolls of paper towel since I last tuned in. Probably. Is that what you're seeing? Yeah, probably. Actually, I could have gone through an entire batch of that stuff for all we know. Yeah, that's what I walk. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, people, you gotta take off. Have a good Sunday. Gonna go make meatballs and finish reading The Hobbit to my son. Awesome, Mason. I love it. Have a good one, brother. We'll talk soon. All I'm going to do is just the tips here. I may add some of that retarder in just a second just to see how it works. And this isn't Kelsey, but it ain't bad. That's it. One more place to go. Let's see. Later, Mason. Hey, take care, Mason. Those are either paper towels or extra wide toilet paper. Kind of both. Hey, Mason. Charmin XW. Exactly. Extra wide. What's going on, Robert? Good morning. I thought I had. I need to start putting shit away. That's part of my problem. I don't. I thought I had. I'll leave that out. Never know. I thought I had my my thinner. Airbrush cleaner, water. Hold on a second. Did I move it up here? It's always possible. Nope, did not. All right. Which time I got? I'm going to take this to 7:30. Kelsey is ridiculous. Yes, she is. Good morning, Emma. How are you? Hope you're having a lovely, lovely weekend. I transplanted some my cacti yesterday. Kind of branched them out a little bit. So spent some time doing that. Sorry, XW. Seems like all the Gumpla crew from last year is skipping Baycon today, so I'm probably skipping to this year. Kind of not the same if no builders to talk to. Yeah. Well, I think that's the, Robert, you're bringing up a very interesting point. It doesn't have to be Gundam builders, but there has to be engagement. And what ends up happening is it's the car guys click together, the airplane guys, the armor guys, and the Gundam people. They all click. And it click CLIQUE, if I spelled that correctly, rather than why don't they kind of intermingle? You know, one of the things I try to do is when I'm at our show, I try to go around and just talk to a variety of different people. But unfortunately, that is not the case with most shows. Then I go bother everyone. You're not a bother. Well, okay, you are, but not a big one. You're my kind of bother, Ray. I changed things up a little bit on this one. Yeah, actually, I think I'm going to do the same thing on the other side when we flip. I get back over to it. Let's see what we got here. Conventions are meant for networking, but clicks always happen. Yeah, but it really doesn't need to. That's the unfortunate. And look, I know you're catching up with friends, and some of those relationships are built around a specific type of modeling. Not a fan. Just not a fan. But it's usually on purpose, so I understand. Nice, Ray. I'm trying to bit in like looking at other genres, but there's that gap in understanding between mediums, so hard to build a bridge. Nah, I don't think it's hard. I think it's actually easier. We just set up these barriers. And that's why I also try to do different things with my builds. My time will get bash up. This is inspired by Armor Guys. I really should do a car inspired build, but man, that's more intimidating. Yeah, no, getting the details done on cars. Oh God, yeah. I'm not disagreeing with you on that. Okay. We're gonna try a little something here. Can't sing. Can't sing. If you sing, you get dinged. There we go. Okay. Leave that there. I'll leave this in my lap as well. There we go. Okay. That time, if you go and tell someone you like their model, they'll talk to you about it unless they're from New Hampshire. Then they'll make it a podcast flaming. Nice. God, I hope not. But without gatekeeping, anyone could join my hobby. Yeah, no, I get the sarcasm. Yep, ain't that true? It's looking good. No bleed over. Maybe a little on the side there, but I can clean that up afterward. That. Okay. Done. Okay. Now I got to get the thumb one, which is going to be the one that's the hardest because it's kind of hidden behind a couple things. But let's see what we can do. Came up pretty good. There we go. And that's it, literally. I'll gonna hit the base color on that one again. Got that one right. Oh, I missed a section. Got to do that one again. No problem. Sorry, guys. Give me another second here. I'll let that dry. 2 thin coats. There we go. Which kit is this? This is the Wave 1/20th scale Machining Krieger Raccoon. It's not a good kit. If I add additional exhaust fan to my airbrush booth, is there anything needed to know about distance between the fans? A physics major, I am not. That's a good question. Cascading fans. I believe that so we use duct fans quite often, Ken. I believe, and maybe somebody can chime in, it's not an uncommon thing to have them spaced out, right? We've used exhaust fans in our industry and we've cascaded them, but that's a good question. Also, fans are not of equal power. Where should the stronger one be placed? Good question. Let's see if people come up with an answer. I'm actually curious about this. Good question. Had a good kid. Are my favorite. Lots of work to modify. Yeah, this one though, it should be better. It legit should be a better kit. Leave that to dry, and then we'll come back to it for one last pass. Here. Same thing. Sorry, guys. Give me a moment here. Just want to get this thing kind of wrapped up. I have to do another pass on this side because there's an area that I missed. So. In that palm area, I'm sorry, that thumb area. There we go. There we go. That's almost done. All right, let's see where we are. Better off putting a higher CFM, adding the second pan doesn't add more flow except for distance. I'm thinking stronger one closer to exit. Beyond my area of expertise, if you ran two suppose it would increase flow. I got an extraction system for him, right? I'd be better off if Ray just did it for me. Is it better than Hasegawa? I don't know that Hasegawa makes one of these. K Raccoon. That's a good question. I mean, my recollection is that the sorry, give me a second here. The Hasegawa kit was more enjoyable to build. Though neither of them were necessarily, again, I know I'm kind of colorblind, especially when you start building, a lot of Gundam stuff. Okay, this one is now officially done. Leave that there. Just got to touch this one up. But let's read a little bit here. So if explosion-proof fans get expensive. Explosion-proof? Set up if you only run acrylic, roll the dice if it doesn't talk about your painting. Yep. And so far, that hasn't happened to me. Dust. File dust. The one I have for him is for dust and area, not paint. For paint, I have a ducted fan and have a filter in front of it. Yep. Bandai spoils you. Bandai does spoil you. That is exactly it right there. One of those grow ones with a carbon filter. Okay. Last bit of painting on this. I don't know. Maybe I'm cursing myself here. My hand brushing skills have gotten better. And by that, I don't mean they're good. They've gotten better. But the benefit is that I'm not seeing brush strokes. There we go. That one's done. Let's see if you can see the thumb. Yeah, you can actually see the thumb pink as well. And that's it. Okay. I'm going to take these two later to go clean off in the sink. Actually, I'm going to do the lacquer one right now. So I got a few minutes to wrap up here. That gets washed in the sink. This one here. A little bit of ISO. As you the difference between brush and brushless motors. A brushless motor does not spark. Yeah. I'll take a look to see if that's what we've got or not. I can't recall if I did a brushless motor on this or not. But the next one that gets installed here is going to be a higher CFM one and brushless. In fact, the one that I've got here was definitely an improvement over what we had before. Just going to wrap. I've been known to do it badly in the past. I'm going brushless nowadays. Only the tips, because it's like what they call it. It's literally like a cat. You know, that's all, because this is actually getting a base. It's going to look like a calico cat. So the palm and the paw tips. That's it. This one might require a little bit more than ISO, though the ISO is cutting through. There we go. Excuse me, sir. Those are the beans, just the beans. Nice. The beans, that's right. The beans. My daughter were down here, she'd be scolding me too. Okay, ISO away. That is clean. And this one here, I'm just going to take it and wash it with Windex in a little bit. This is a Windex job. There we go. All right. Let's just have a great day and keep your stick on the ice. Joe, you too. Getting scolded by Totoro. Exactly. All right, real quickly, for those who came in late. I'll put that away there. There. Oh, jeez. Just lost my shit. So, all wrapped. and orange is laid down. I'm going to be now laying down a couple of areas there to just to allow some of the black to come through. This is going to be the least fun of this. It's because the next layer is literally just going to be the dark gray, the black. But that's it. And then once all that's done, all the masking comes off. And we get to see if it's a disaster or if it came out okay. What color is the mask part? It's a custom color. It's a custom mix I did between Mr. Color 59 orange and 51 flesh. And I don't even remember what the ratio was. I just kind of put them in until I got the mix that I wanted. But that's it. So with that, this is done. Tomorrow I will be beginning the masking on the model itself. I'm going to give it 24 hours to kind of do its thing, cure and everything like that. Then lay down some more putty, blue tack, and then get that last color done. And if I can get that all done by Wednesday, we'll see how it goes. Then we begin the we'll do the decals. Oh, I got decals. The fishbone is definitely going on. That's a done deal. All the different warning labels and everything like that, a bunch of those will likely go on. Not many. But the fishbone's definitely going to be going on. All right, so let's see where we are. It's the same color as the Bondo. Primed it for nothing. It is actually, it was very close to the prime. I can tell you, it was weird. Good day, George and everyone. See you all later. Tony, have a good one. Nick, have a good one. You're missing a grand opportunity for humor, George. Find the Golf Gods Zeros golf gloves, and you'll see. Golf Gods Zeros golf. Okay, I'll take a peek at those. I think I might have that kit. It's a good kit. It's not a great kit. It was not a fun kit to build. So it's orange and a custom color and gray. It's off-white, the custom orange, and it'll be like a German gray. Yep. All right, guys. Stay safe and stay sane. Thanks for being on this morning. I do appreciate it. Go out there and do good. Brighten the world as much as you possibly can, because God knows it is a messed up world out there. Not getting better, but it will once we all put our minds together to see what we can do. Help each other out, show love, compassion, and care for each other. And I think things will get better. Do good. Enjoy the day, guys. I will see you tomorrow morning. Peace.